What's up guys, it's Grimzag here with another video for Grimzag Does Weathering or Painting. I'm not sure which I'm going to count this as because it kind of is an after effect, so I'd usually put that in weathering, but it's very much a specific recipe for paint. So you'll probably be able to see at the beginning of the video which I decided this was. Today we're going to be looking at gore and blood splatter because it's an effect that I've seen a lot of people try and there's a lot of call for it in wargaming, but a lot of people don't get it looking just right and it ends up looking like just red paint pasted on their weapons. So with that in mind, I'm going to show you how I do my blood effects. You can see we've got 3 orcs from my feral orc army who have graciously decided that they need their weapons bloodied up quite nicely. And this time round I'm gonna give you a heads up, I will be saying to use specific brands and types of paint. I don't normally, but I've not found anything else that does the effect as well as this. I can't seem to find anything comparable anywhere else. So this time round we're going to be using alcohol based acrylic paint in the form of the Tamiya minis. So you can see here I've got the clear red, which is X27. I have the semi-gloss varnish, which is X18, and I have some of their thinner, which is the X20A. The thinner is just because it's an alcohol based, it doesn't play very well with water when you're trying to clean your brushes off. So first things first, what we're going to do is we're going to get a little bit of the black and we're going to thin it down with a thinner. Then any areas where you want a really heavy build-up of blood or gore, so around the haft of these axes or the base of the spikes on the clubs, I'm going to build up with the black. Try and go a bit light on it and make sure you've got your a good mix of thinner. You can sort of see the consistency on my palette here. I actually make a mistake during this video and one of my guys ends up with almost too much black. The guy with the pipe, you'll see at the end of the video it looks like his arm's black rather than red, so I'll go back over and add more to that later. So once you've done that, you're going to add a little bit of red to the black and make a really dark red. Spread this out, again thin it, and spread this out a little bit more from where your black was. Coat over the top of the black, it doesn't matter too much. You can do this even while it's still wet. In fact, it's probably better that way because then you get a bleeding effect from the two mixing together. Once you've got that down, give it a little bit, not too long, maybe a minute or so, and then go in just with the pure red. I thinned this again, you probably don't need to, and spatter it anywhere that you want sort of the edges of the blood to be. I've got some on one of the guys' helmets, there's a little bit running down one of the guys' arms, and this will give a really sort of nice red tone like it's fresh blood that they've just come across. It's also got the bonus of being glossy, so it will look shiny and wet. Once you've done that, I left mine for probably about 20 minutes I would guess, and then I went back in with a piece of kitchen roll and dabbed at it at any areas where it had built up a little bit too much. This has 2 effects. By leaving it to dry for a bit, you end up with almost like a coagulation going on. So where it's built up, it should be around any of the bases of the like hafts of axes and things like this. And by dabbing at it, you end up with this rough gore effect. It's almost like you've got scabs coming out of the weapon. And there you have it. I mean, you can even dab at the rest of the model just to put a little bit of a hint of blood splatter on them, but it's not really necessary if you've been careful with your painting, which obviously I wasn't. And this is what they look like afterwards. You can see they're looking horribly brutal. You can probably see what I mean about the being overzealous with the black on that one model. It's easy to fix with a little bit more red. So with that, happy modelling and have a good one. Cheers guys, bye. So after I'd recorded the video and audio for the blood effects, I came across this paint here, which is P3 Browning from Privateer Press. Now, it turns out that this is actually a really good blood effect paint. After trying to find a substitute for the old Citadel Flesh Wash for years and ending up with the Tamiya paint, so within a month I found this stuff, which is pretty comparable. So as you can see here, when it's on a palette, it's very red-brown. You might have seen it in my Grimzag Does the Basics video, where I was analysing different washes and glazes, teaching how to use them. So here's another orc who is sad because he hasn't got any blood or gore on his well-earned chain arm. So we're going to help him out. This time around I'm just going to liberally paint this onto his weapon and leave it to dry. No special effects, no pre-paints, nothing. And as you can see, when it's dry, it's not quite as glossy as the Tamiya effect I've just shown you, but it's still a pretty good blood effect, and it's a little bit easier to do. So take that, use that where you want. It's handy to have a simple alternative to some of the different methods. So with that, this is the bonus round is over. Thanks very much.